Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to a new updated tier list for patch 6.2. And when I say this one is completely turned around, it is completely turned around. There are so many changes to the game. You know, crit builds are so much stronger. We got Essence Reefer that has changed. We got Hullbreaker in the game. We got Sunfire Aegis that is a lot stronger right now. We got some AP items for assassins that are incredibly powerful. We got new enchantments. There are so many things. And new champion as well, and changes to the map. The meta is completely shifted around. Like, champions that have never been played before are currently really strong. So, first thing though, just a quick word from the video sponsor. We all love using legendary skins in games, but we don't love spending a lot of money on them. That's where today's video sponsor, Top Up Life, is gonna save you. Top Up Life is a website that's gonna allow you to get premium currency in many games for a discount. And they are not asking any money for it or anything. You are simply getting the discount. So why pay the full price? Pay less. You can either save money or you can get more skins. As you can see over here, there's all kinds of games and other apps where you can purchase things from. And there's a lot of other things as well, like keys and cards. You should just explore the website. Trust me, you're going to be able to save yourself a whole lot of money on a whole lot of things. If I click on Honor of Kings, for example, you can compare it to the game. This is simply cheaper. You're saying like it is quite a bit of money, you know, 15-16% on every single purchase. And then on top of that, you can redeem the code HELLS to save yourself another 10%. So it would be stupid not to use this website, really. Download Top Up Life through my link in the description. And thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to it. Alright, on to the list. There's timestamps in the description. I do want to say the ADC list has the biggest changes. If you just want to check that out, timestamps in the description, but let's get to it. I'm briefly going to talk about everything. I'm going to try to keep this video a bit low. I made this video a little bit earlier than I normally do because I want to get more views on my video. So, that's the truth. First things first, some of the champions I've put in the list are speculative. Meaning I haven't played everything. I've seen almost everything in ranked, and I'm gonna judge it based on like the new items and everything and give you advices on what's gonna be good. So first things first, we got Fiora. Fiora is likely gonna be giga broken. Hullbreaker Fiora, no one is gonna beat her. No one can already beat her. She was already S+ tier, but now she's just gonna be even more. Reason she's not broken tier is because you can't deal with her in team fights. And ADCs are a lot stronger. Fiora is going to struggle perhaps a little bit with taking down ADCs now as opposed to before. But S+ tier easily. Darius. Darius is just overall really good. Doesn't matter, like nothing got buffed about him or even the items around him. But Darius himself is just so strong. You can always pick him in lane and you're just always going to be good. And another reason Darius is high up is because tanks are going to be stronger due to the buff to Sunfire Aegis. So Darius can deal with tanks pretty easily. And that just makes him stronger. Talking about tanks, we got Set. Heartsteel, Sunfire Aegis, Titanic Hydra is what I'm thinking. That just sounds disgustingly broken. And then when you try to chase him down, he's gonna burn you as well with the new passive of Sunfire Aegis. And also Hullbreaker, guys. Also Hullbreaker. Set just has so many items that he can build now and be a menace in the side lane. Does Sion even need an introduction, by the way? Do I really need to talk about Sion? Obviously, Hullbreaker is in the game right now, which is Sion's favorite item. Not only that, Sion also loves Sunfire Aegis. And Sunfire Aegis got buffed. So late game especially, Sion truly disgusting. By the way guys, if you enjoyed this video, click on the like button please. My channel has been performing really well recently. That is all thanks to you all. You know, I'm getting good sponsors. I just bought a house, so any support, you know, is going to be great right now. Like, I'm not struggling with money at all, but what I'm trying to say is just, you know, if you ever want to support my channel, just click on the like button, put down a comment under this video. You know, if you want to get coached in Wild Rift, you can reach out to me via Discord, Instagram, any links in the description. I coach people in the game, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you in advance. Let's continue the video. Ornn also, you know, same story with all these items, really strong. He's already really strong. He's going to be even stronger now. Aatrox is an interesting one. I have a feeling that due to the change to Duskblade of Draktar, him going invisible in the middle of a teamfight sounds disgusting because when he gets a kill, he resets his ultimate and he gets movement speed, right? Now imagine combining that with 1 second invisibility. You kill someone, you get movement speed, you're immediately gonna be on the backline of the enemy. They can't see you. they literally cannot see you for a second. A second is more than enough time to travel very, very far with Aatrox's bonus movement speed. Poppy, again, Hole Breaker, Sunfire Aegis, disgusting. Camille, also really good, simply due to her countering the meta in top lane, which is gonna be tanks. Camille does true damage. True damage is good against tanks. She also does percentage damage, and she's just overall very strong anyways. Mbessa is an interesting one because she got reworked and she is really strong. The rework is so good on her, and she also works against tanks. I didn't realize how strong she was until I faced her. She's so strong, she just does so much damage, and I didn't understand why until I learned that, yeah, she indeed got reworked. So pick her right now. If you're a good Mbessa, this is the time to play her in top lane. Jax, you know, Jax is okay. Maokai has risen to the S+ tier. I used to put him in the A tier, but now S+ tier. Sunfire Aegis, guys. Mordekaiser speaks for itself. Rumble, good against tanks. Garen has fallen off a little bit, and I have a feeling this patch is not Garen's patch. Especially because Eclipse got nerfed, which is somewhat of a core item for Garen. Same goes for Riven. You know, Eclipse got nerfed, also somewhat of a core item for Riven. However, Death's Dance is also a core item for Riven, which, you know, is now infinitely stronger than before. Because now not only does it counter physical damage, it counters magical damage as well. So when you play Riven, you don't need to go Maw of Mamorses anymore. You just buy a Death's Dance, and it doesn't give you magic resist, it just cauterizes and gives you back the HP if you get a kill. So you can pretty much go full damage, even perhaps a Duskblade. Like the Duskblade change is just truly remarkable. Next up is Wukong. He's just fine, he's okay. Olaf is gonna be strong. I assure you currently Olaf is gonna be strong because of the new Glorious enchant, which is better for Olaf. And not only that, the change to Harmonic Echo is like an indirect buff to Olaf. Imagine Olaf engaging and having an enchanter support and using that Harmonic Echo. It heals him now for his percentage HP over time, as well as just the standard healing. Sounds just ridiculous to me, absolutely ridiculous. Teemo, the change to Liandry's, you know, and also Malignance and all of that is gonna put Teemo in the S tier. He used to be in the A tier, maybe high B tier for me, but now he's definitely in the S tier, middle of the S tier. Not broken, just good. Gwen is a tank counter. She went all the way from the B tier up to the S tier for me, simply because tanks are going to be prevalent in the patch right now, and Gwen loves to play against tanks. Yasuo, you know, going beyond the 100% crit is going to give a lot more damage to Yasuo right now. He's just going to be fine, okay, nothing too broken, nothing too crazy, just fine. Malphite, tank, Malphite, same story. He's not the ideal tank, but he's going to be a lot stronger because of Sunfire Aegis. Singed Liandry's is going to be absolutely playable. Remember when Singed got reworked and then he got nerfed? And after he got nerfed, he was just completely unplayable, giga trash. Now he's really, really good again because of the Liandry's, guys. The explosion is going to do so much damage. He's always going to proc the explosion. If you don't know how it works, Liandry's is going to burn the enemy for 3 seconds. But after 4 seconds of burning, it will explode and do true damage. So essentially you need a champion that can constantly reapply Liandry's for at least 1 second, which are champions like Brand, Morgana, Singed, those types of champions. So naturally, when you just hit your fart gas on the enemy once with Singed, you are immediately guaranteed that explosion damage that does true damage. So of course Singed is a lot stronger right now. Also, Liandry's doesn't skill with AP anymore. It skills with level. So on Singed, you can get away with Rylai's Scepter and Liandry's. 1 second, let me take a look at something. Yes. You can go with Liandry's and Rylai's Scepter. You're gonna do immense amount of damage, and you can combine it with tank. Renekton is fine. You know, I'm only gonna talk about some champions now because I don't want the video to be too long. Kill is potentially interesting because Runan's Hurricane got changed. This is a speculative one. I put them in the A tier because I don't know. I need to give it a try. This is one I haven't given a try yet because I'm making this tier list a little bit earlier than usual. Potentially interesting with the Runan's Hurricane. I need to monitor it. We're gonna have to see. Nashor's Tooth also got changed. Wits End got nerfed, but I'm gonna have to see. Graves is another potentially interesting one due to the crit buffs and the Duskblade. He loves to go Duskblade as well. Next up is Jungle, and here it's obvious, you know, we got Mbessa in the S+ tier, not quite broken tier. I put her broken tier last patch, but I don't know, right now, just with all the ADCs being so much stronger, I don't feel like anything is S+ tier, or sorry, broken tier anymore. Really, or not much. But Ambessa is very strong in the jungle, obviously. Vi, still incredibly powerful, just one of the strongest junglers in the game. She doesn't care that none of her items got buffed. She really doesn't care, guys. She's just always good. Lee Sin, Dusk, Blade of Draktar. Engage, get a kill, become invisible. Simple math. Really simple math. Engage, kill an enemy, become invisible. Lilia loves to be against tanks, guys. And currently we have the tank meta. So Lilia naturally is going to be very, very strong right now. She was already incredibly powerful. And now she's going to be even stronger. Wukong, you know, I don't want to talk about Wukong. It's just too boring at this point. Someone I do want to talk about though is Rengar, guys. I want you to think about something. Essence Reaver Rengar. It has a sheen effect now. Rengar spams his abilities. He's immediately gonna get that sheen damage over and over again. You can go Duskblade of Draktar into full crit Rengar. Think about it. You engage, so you're invisible, you engage, you get a kill, and you become invisible again. Isn't that the most disgusting thing ever? You're already invisible, you engage, get a kill, because you're gonna one-shot the enemy with Duskblade plus full crit with an Essence Reaver. And then you become invisible for another second, and it resets your Duskblade. So you can jump in again, get another kill, and become invisible again. Mind-blowing. I really think this champion is gonna be so disgustingly strong. I haven't seen much of him in ranked yet, but when people figure it out after watching this tier list, you're probably gonna see a lot more of it. Rammus got buffed. He's just overall strong, especially into the current meta, where we have a lot of crit. He just builds a Randuin's Omen and he's going to be okay. Also, Sunfire Aegis, core item for Rammus. Naturally, he's going to be better. He's sitting in the S+ tier very, very comfortably. Evelynn, with an Infinity Orb, is going to be a slightly stronger. She doesn't really benefit too much from the buff to the Infinity Orb, but it's just slightly stronger. But do you know what she does benefit from Protobelt? A lot of people tend to forget the changes to the enchantments. People only look at items and whatnot. But now Protobelt will shred 15% of their magic resist, which is going to allow Evelynn to kill champions that have a lot of magic resist more easily. Amumu, also Sunfire Aegis, very, very strong right now. He's already very strong. He did get nerfed a little bit, but he's going to be extremely powerful regardless. Viego, full crit. You don't need to build Trinity Force anymore. You can go Essence Reaver, guys. You're not going to have... not gonna have to build a Trinity Force anymore. You can fully focus on crit and get your power spike a lot faster. Zed, S+ tier in the jungle. Duskblade of Draktar, guys. Duskblade of Draktar is the name of the game right now. Olaf, I've put him in the S+ tier because yet again, Olaf with Enchanters, with Harmonic Echo, Ardent Sensor, just truly, it's gonna be broken. Pretty sure. Another thing, Kindred jungle, guys. Not only did Kindred get buffed, a pretty big buff, because she can get the stack, the mark more easily now, because it resets faster. Magnetic Blaster is going to be the most disgusting thing on her ever, and she doesn't need Trinity Force anymore. You can go Essence Reaver, guys. Bloodthirster as well, really powerful on her. You can just go full crit and you're going to demolish the enemy. Really think she's going to be S+ tier right now. Talon, same story. Duskblade of Draktar, guys. Duskblade of Draktar is the name of the game with Talon. And I assure you it's going to be like the most broken thing ever. Anyone that already becomes invisible, you know, also Kha'Zix, for example, he's right after him. There's Riven in between. Riven is not that interesting. She's just strong. She's just overall strong. Nothing else interesting to talk about. She's just strong. But any champion that has invisibility is high up. Except for Twitch, but I'll get to Twitch later. Kha'Zix also incredibly powerful, you know, becoming invisible, engaging, and then Duskblade allowing you to become invisible again. Not only that, your third ability will reset when you get a kill. So if you get a kill, you're just gonna have another ultimate for free. Because Kha'Zix's ultimate, the whole point is to make you invisible. You're gonna have it for free. You just go in, and then Duskblade is gonna make you invisible. And it's just like, what else do I need to talk about? It's so broken. It's super powerful in the right draft. The reason he's not S+ tier is because Kha'Zix does need a good draft. If the enemies have a strong enchanter support, yeah, you're in pretty big trouble. Because like Lulu is going to stick to her ADC, you're never going to kill either of them. Never. Or Braum with a Protector's Vow, you're never going to shred through that. So that's why like Kha'Zix is in my books not the strongest champion right now. Aatrox overall just pretty good. Again, potential with the Duskblade. just overall a strong champion. I'm not going to talk about every champion here. Morgana with a Liandry's, again, very, very powerful in the later stages of the game. Warwick has gone down a little bit. He used to be top of S tier for me, but he's gone down a little bit because everything Warwick likes to do did get nerfed right now. But still, overall, very solid champion, still sitting comfortably in the S tier. Nunu with a Sunfire Aegis is going to be S tier. Nocturne with a Duskblade of Draktar, very powerful. Graves is an interesting one. Graves, guys, he's gonna be playable again. Solari Chargeblade did get removed, so that is one thing that sucks. But Essence Reefer, Bloodthirster, guys, all this kind of stuff on Graves. He loves it. He absolutely loves it because he spams his abilities as well. You're gonna constantly proc Sheen, you're gonna do tons of damage. And a Bloodthirster giving you, the passive of the Immortal Shield Bow that we used to have before. And then not only that, it gives you tons of AD, which Graves loves. Because the only reason Graves wouldn't build an Immortal Shield Bow prior, well, sometimes he would, but the only reason he didn't really like it is because it didn't give a lot of attack damage. Graves doesn't like attack speed. Again, kill jungle, interesting, potentially with a Runan's Hurricane. I need to give that a try. Xin Zhao completely fell off, He was already a bit questionable, but currently, everything he likes to do, it's not good in the meta right now. The only good thing is he counters the long range mages like Brand and Morgana who want to burn him with Liandry's, I guess. It's the only real thing. Fiddlestick's potentially interesting, which is why he's sitting in the A tier with his ultimate, right? The new Infinity Orb, the lightning is going to be very good for him because he all-ins and gets kills. Anyone else? Twitch, potentially interesting with a Runan's Hurricane. I need to give that one a try, potentially. He used to be C tier for me, but I've graduated him to the B tier. Next up is mid lane, Aurora Broken tier. She's already extremely good. She's a bit difficult to play, but I have a feeling she's very similar to Zoe when Zoe was released. Once people master this champion, she's gonna be like unbeatable. I played her once and I destroyed the enemy with it. And that was once without me knowing how to do the combos properly and whatnot. Now, when you do practice her properly, her damage is absolutely out of control. And her mobility, her invisibility, she's so fast. Like if you know how to play around the speed she has and all of that, just absolutely... She's gonna get nerfed. She's gonna get nerfed. Khazadin, nothing got changed about him. He's just chilling in the broken tier. And he's still absolutely broken. If you want to carry the game, pick Khazadin. Ahri, very, very strong as well. With the new Infinity Orb especially, which makes her even better. She actually does like the new Infinity Orb. Because you're gonna charm an enemy and once you kill them, it's gonna explode the lightning. And enemies are likely gonna be around that lightning. Which, is a great addition to her kit. She was already very strong because of her lane pushing capabilities and the rework they did on her with her second ability, and now she's even stronger. Ryze doesn't need to be talked about. It's similar to before. He's just still giga strong. Orianna, also nothing changed about her. All her items are still the same. Potentially like Infinity Orb is just slightly better on her now, but she's just still very, very good. Syndra as well. Someone I do want to talk about is Brand. In my eyes, Brand has risen all the way to the S+ tier. Liandry's on Brand right now is going to be stronger because Brand can burn enemies for so long. He's going to explode them constantly and do true damage on top of the percentage HP damage he's doing already. Like Brand, he's going to be so damn powerful right now. Lissandra is fine. Viego, is fine. It's just same, really. Vladimir is a champion. If you look at any YouTuber, like they put Vladimir very low. But like, I'm a firm believer, Vladimir is just the most disgusting champion ever. You're good at this champion, you can carry almost every single game. And if that's the case for a champion, I will put them in the S+ tier. Simple. Yasuo is fine. Vex is very strong. Vex actually loves the Infinity Orb buff. She really, really does. And we have AP Misfortune again. I made a video about this, guys. Watch it, because she's even stronger now. Let me tell you why. AP Misfortune is a champion that wants to buy items with an effect. Think about Rylai's Scepter, think about Liandry's, think about Luden's Echo, think about the Band of Fantasy, that type of stuff. She doesn't want any item that actually gives her AP, because she doesn't skill with AP. So Rabadon's Death Cap is redundant. However, you would still build it on her because Liandry's used to skill with Rabadon. Now it doesn't. You don't need a Rabadon, but you're still gonna do more damage now. than before. This means you're going to have one empty item slot where you can build Crown of the Shattered Queen, where you can build Guardian Angel, anything that's going to help you win the game, you know, shield penetration, anti-heal, you can now build it for free instead of the expensive item, which was not efficient, which was the Rabadon's Death Cap. Swain got reworked, he's stronger now, and he's just overall okay. I don't have much to talk to about him. He's just overall gonna be fine, you know, with the rework and all. He's really nothing else to talk to, really nothing else to talk about. Zed mid lane, again, Duskblade, you know, he's already good, and now he's just slightly better with the new Duskblade. Overall, really, really good. Galio, the biggest mage assassin counter in the game, but now with the introduction of Infinity Orb, he's gonna be even stronger. He already likes to one-shot people, but now if you do a big combo on enemies, you know, flash, third ability, and then all in, he's just gonna one-shot them even easier. Akshan, with all the changes to crit, Akshan is gonna be a prevalent pick in the mid lane. He was already good, but a very niche pick, which means like no one really picked him except for the true avid Akshan enjoyers, me included. I mean, I literally look like Akshan. Like I am pretty much the Akshan icon. If I grow out my hair, I think I'm a bit more muscular than him though. It's a pretty big flex, but he's a bit more shredded than me. But to be fair, I could get shredded again, and I can probably pretty much copy Akshan 100% looks wise if I would have like a makeup artist and longer hair. I could. I mean, I'm not gonna do it because it's a little bit too much effort for like the payoff, but like I could 100% nail that look. Oh. There's something stuck. Ooh, it hurts. I need to take it. Oh hell. I don't know. I think I've burned it. Where was I? Twisted Fate is fine. I guess with the buffed Magnetic Blaster, he's slightly stronger because he likes to build Magnetic Blaster. Katarina is on the radar again, guys. With the new Infinity Orb, it's pretty much the biggest buff to Katarina. I do still think Katarina is not that good in the current meta. However, something else you gotta look at as well is the Repulsor enchant got adjusted. It now doesn't instantly knock back. It takes half a second. During that half a second, Katarina can wipe out the whole team. So think about that. You know, Repulsor enchant, you can avoid it now. If you see the enemy support coming close to you who has a Repulsor enchant, just jump away. It takes half a second for it to proc anyways. Yone is fine. Aurelion Soul, okay. Doesn't quite fit the current meta, just okay. Singed mid lane, very much playable right now because of the Liandry's change. Try it out. However, only pick Singed mid lane against a melee matchup like Zed, like Yasuo, like Yone, Katarina. If you're against a melee matchup, even against Khazad, you're gonna beat them with Singed. Ziggs is going to be better as well with a potential Liandry's and even an Infinity Orb. Jace, I tried Jace recently and he was a bit stronger than I thought. So I've graduated him from the B tier to the A tier. He's just fine. Anything else I want to talk about? Not really. Zyra went up a little bit. Again, Liandry's, but nothing else is really interesting in the mid lane. But perhaps a Zoe, but I don't like Zoe. I don't know. I really think you have to be really good at Zoe for her to work out well. Now, on to the ADC list. One champion I am a bit unsure of is Jhin. When I saw the changes to Magnetic Blaster and even Collector, these are both buffs to Jhin. So I've graduated him from the A tier to the S+ tier. Now Jhin is a potential broken tier. The only reason, let me tell you, the only reason I didn't put him in the broken tier is because tanks. Tanks are currently also really good, which Jhin doesn't work well against. If you pick Jhin into a comp that doesn't have many tanks, he's easily broken tier. Currently, easily broken tier. You know what? If this tier list gets 1,000 likes, if we can reach that, I'm gonna make a Jhin video this week for you guys. I'll just spam him. I'll get you a Jhin video this week. Next up, we got Ezreal. There is potential for crit Ezreal right now. I need to give it a try. If it really works as well as I think, he's gonna be S+ tier. Otherwise, he is still S+ tier. That's the funny thing. Ezreal is just S+ tier regardless. Next up is gonna be Zarya. With that new item, I forgot the name. The new item where you can get clones. This is the best item for Zarya because Zarya does so much damage with her attacks. She's also not reliant on stealing shields anymore, which means you can always pick her. You don't just pick her into shield enemies anymore. She's just always going to be good. Just all the changes to her kit are overall buffs, really. She's a lot stronger right now. And as I said, especially with that new item. Corki is Corki. Actually, Corki is a lot stronger as well. You don't really have to build Trinity Force anymore. You can just go full crit. You can go Essence Reefer into full crit. And he's likely going to be a lot stronger than before. Varus got nerfed pretty badly. He's still strong, still S tier, but you can't just... Wait, why is my camera messing with me? You can't just pick him blindly and think you're gonna win the game anymore. He actually requires a bit of skill now. Sivir has always been a good pick, but she's just boring to play, which is why no one plays her, which I understand, but I still have to put her there because she deserves it. She's that strong. Ashe has risen, guys. The rework to Ashe makes her so much easier to play and so much stronger. And also, with the introduction of the new items, the crit, it makes Ashe a lot stronger. And I really think this is actually her patch where she can shine. Vayne, also with the rework to her second ability, is a lot stronger in the bot lane. Vayne top lane is significantly weaker, however, but just Vayne overall, you know, the bonus Omnivamp really matters a lot, makes her a lot tankier in a team. Jinx, you know, she's fine, she's okay. If I remember correctly, Jinx got a buff. Did I remember that correctly? When she executes an enemy, she regains mana, something like that, which is just overall a buff on her. She was already A tier, she's just fine. Kai'Sa is fine. Full crit Kai'Sa is gonna be stronger than before now. She's just overall gonna be okay. Miss Fortune got a buff as well. I actually misplaced Miss Fortune. She should be S tier. I forgot to change her. I cannot change this because this is a screenshot. But Miss Fortune should actually be above, like somewhere here between Varus, Sivir, and Ashe. Definitely not A tier. Senna is fine. You know, Caitlyn, with the new Magnetic Blaster, sounds fun. But Caitlyn loved the Storm Razor as well. But now it's gone, unfortunately. Lucian is fine. However, Solari Chargeblade got removed, which is a pretty big nerf to Lucian, unfortunately. And then anything else, you know, it's just okay. Nothing amazing. I'm quickly going to go through the support list. There's only one real thing that changed, which is the Harmonic Echo getting buffed. And Ardent Sensor scaling with crit. So any enchanter has been bumped up. Now, obviously, Lulu and Yuumi, you know, sitting in the broken tier, they were already broken, and this patch, they are even more broken. So make sure you ban or pick them, because you're gonna lose the game simply because the enemies have a Yuumi or a Lulu. Nautilus, still very much broken tier. And with the buff to Redemption, Nautilus is also always gonna be full HP and have full mana, because Redemption will give you a lot of mana as well. It's just really, really good. Nami with Harmonic Echo and Ardent Sensor. Milio, Ardent Sensor and Harmonic Echo. It's the same story. And now Blitzcrank has always been good, but now, you know, still same story. But now you can even build a Redemption on him. And he's going to be a supportive utility-based teammate. And he's going to heal up all the time as well, which is great for him because he also loves the mana from Redemption. So he can spam his hook. Basically, he will never have to go back if he goes Redemption. Zillion, completely fine, completely good, just overall solid champion. With a Redemption is now even stronger. So if you take the tanky approach, he's stronger. And even the support way, he's also stronger because of Harmonic Echo Ardent Sensor. Against Sona, Harmonic Echo Ardent Sensor, even a Redemption. Janna, same story, guys. Pyke is the pick you want to pick if you need to carry your team. If you're missing overall damage, overall execution, pick Pyke and do it yourself. Zyra support, first time she's in the S+ tier due to the Liandry's. You simply build Liandry's and just go for your normal build and she's gonna be a lot stronger. Senna support, similar to Pyke, but in a different way. You can carry the game. If you need range, you go for Senna. Ornn, like the secret broken support pick, his all-in engage is just so good as a support. He has so much range, so many knockups, and so much damage. He can 1v1 most ADCs, guys. Morgana support, great. You know, this is my secret pick and my dark horse, really. Morgana support, when my team requires magic damage, but not burst damage, we're talking like overtime damage, Morgana support is my golden pick. A lot of people like to pick Brand, but I'd like to argue that Morgana support is infinitely stronger than Brand. Jarvan support, a great tank to have. Not only tanky, also gives attack speed with his third ability. And again, AP Misfortune, I would say slightly weaker than Morgana, but very much powerful regardless. The only reason Morgana is higher is because Morgana has better CC. AP Misfortune actually has more damage, especially more burst poke damage. Morgana has more like over time damage. Both are good in their respective playstyle. Braum is really good as well with the new Redemption. Also add a Protector's Vow, so you completely deny assassins from assassinating your backline, which you are gonna have to do with the new Duskblade of Draktar and the Infinity Orb. Karma is just good, you know, alright. She's slightly better because now Zeri, you know, she doesn't steal shields anymore. Soraka, I don't really recommend her much, but she's still pretty decent simply because, like, as long as if the enemy doesn't one-shot your teammates, you're gonna heal them back to full HP. But like, it's really not that powerful in the current meta. Swain support is fine. Galio tank support is fine. Brand, you know, similar to Morgana but weaker. Rakan got... Oh, I forgot about the Rakan buff. Oh, Rakan is definitely S tier, by the way. He's sitting in the middle of the S tier, like above Jarvan. I forgot about the Rakan buff. It's huge because his first ability heals so much more, especially early game now. So like level 1 Rakan is extremely strong right now. Anything else? You know, we got the tanks that are fine, but nothing special because they don't like to build Sunfire Aegis. They're gonna fall behind a little bit compared to the Enchanters again. So yeah, that's gonna be the video. Again, thank you Top Up Life for sponsoring the video. Check them out, link in the description. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.